going on, everyone? Darkside Phil here with a channel update, and I'm not in my usual spot. I know usually I stand in front of my my bar or countertop or whatever you want to call it, but I just finished a long session of San Andreas, and I'm exhausted. I don't feel like moving equipment and everything across the condo, so I whipped together this stuff real quick so I could just sit here and give you a channel update. Gonna cover quite a few topics, so please stay tuned. Some of which you probably already have heard, some of which will be new information for you guys. So, alright, so here we go. First of all, this is the last time I'm going to say it, obviously, but just to remind everyone, Project 7, the series, the actual series, not the trailer that we had a couple weeks ago, but the actual series will be airing on Machinima Respawn every Saturday for the next 4 weeks. So for the next whole month, Saturday night, you're going to be able to see Project 7. Episode 1 starting this Saturday, and then episodes 2, 3, and 4 subsequently after that, weeks after that. It's airing approximately 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but that could change depending on the number of videos that are going on Respawn each Saturday. The way that it works is they've scheduled it to be the last video to upload to Respawn on those days, so that basically I get exposure. You know, it stays on the page longer, everyone will see it longer. So, please, if you like the series, head over there and check it out, obviously. And like I said in my original video from earlier this week when I announced this, please do not get into flame wars, do not get into comment wars with trolls. You know they're going to be there, there's nothing you can do about it. If you see people who are blatantly doing nasty stuff, you know, racism and disgusting, hateful things, yeah, obviously flag that stuff for spam or flag the comment and have someone come clean it up. But besides that, I really just want people that have not seen the series to see it. And that's pretty much it. So I just wanted to say it one more time. If you want to go check it out, every Saturday, a new episode will be going out on Machinima Respawn. Okay? Next topic. My scheduling. Because there are going to, I believe there's going to be some changes. Here's the thing. Here's the situation I'm facing right now. Okay? As you know, I'm in the middle of, if not near the end of, my Grand Theft Auto marathon. It's been 2 weeks I've been playing Grand Theft Auto. Almost a full 2 weeks at this point, but a week and a half. And, time is running out very quickly. I only have until Tuesday for this marathon because on Tuesday we've got 2 new retail releases that I am not going to by any way, shape, or form delay in order to play a classic game, classic Grand Theft Auto game, okay? But the dilemma I find myself in the middle of is that I'm playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I'm enjoying it, by the way. Don't get me wrong. A lot of the missions are frustrating, but I'm still enjoying myself as I play the game. But it's fucking long as all holy hell. Like, it is super long compared to the other Grand Theft Auto games I played. I wanted to see how many missions there are. I think there's a total of like over 100 missions in the game. I think you have to complete, I don't think you have to do all 100. I could be wrong though, but there's a lot to do. Let me put it this way. I've been playing it for about almost 100 parts, and I'm not even like at the last part of the map yet, okay? So compare that to Vice City where I had already covered everything, you know? The map is huge, they have you constantly driving from point A to point B, and it's time consuming. A lot of these missions are challenging me to the point where they're taking me 30 minutes to beat them, and if you say, well geez, 30 minutes and he's got like 30 to 40 missions left, holy shit, you know what I mean? And plus, the big one is that a lot of people are saying I haven't even gotten to the toughest missions yet, which are some of these plane/flying missions, flight school, and they're required to beat the campaign, and they're horrible. Like, the controls are awful for them, and they're notoriously difficult. So I haven't even gotten to those yet. The good news is some of the other missions, which a lot of people have been contacting me about and saying you're never going to beat this mission, I blew through. Like, Wrong Side of the Tracks, a lot of people said it's one of the hardest ones in the game, yet I did beat it on the first try. So maybe there'll be some flukes and I'll get through some of the harder stuff. But anyway, like I said, the dilemma I have is that my marathon has to end on Tuesday, okay? In addition to that, as you know, Persona 4 Arena came out this week, and I've played a little bit of it. I think I've got about 20 videos total up of it so far, including some arcade mode gameplay, some challenge mode, and the trials, or I'm sorry, the tutorial, so I learned how to play the game. And I think the game's alright. My honest opinion on the presentation of the game, awesome. I think it's like watching a high-quality anime. It's fun. It has, you know, the Japanese style humor. It's cool in that respect. The actual gameplay of the game, unfortunately, seems like it's complex. Meaning, I could tell this game has a lot to it. That if you really want to be able to play it competitively, or even you know, do some fancy combos that are going to be the bread and butter combos for these characters. You have to practice. You have to learn the system. It's not something that's easy to just jump right into and you master it. So in the 20 videos that I've made of it, I think I have a general idea of how to play the game, but I really have no general, I have no, like, out of the 3 characters I picked, I don't have a favorite yet. It seems very, like, complex, and I know I'm not even doing that well with them. Even though I'm able to beat arcade mode, I know I'm not playing at, like, a high level. The problem is, it came out this week, and I put up 20 videos, but I'm just having a difficult time playing San Andreas and getting the time to play Persona 4 Arena. And the thing is, yeah, unfortunately, I do have to admit, you know, I promised San Andreas to everyone, and it is extremely highly viewed. Let me put it that way. If people are enjoying the playthrough, and they're watching the playthrough, that's what I need to focus on. You know, Persona 4 Arena is a new game. It's hit or miss. It's not something I'm really going to be great at, because I know I'm not going to be able to invest a lot of time in it. And I'm also not going to play the game competitively. I have no plans on, like, going to tournaments or anything for it. So, I've been kind of wishy-washy on what I'm going to do. So 2 days this week I did do Persona 4 footage. 2 days I skipped it. Unfortunately, with the fact that I have next to no time left, I think Persona 4 is going to have to go on hold. And when I say that, I mean, like, it'll go on hold for this weekend, it'll go on hold for this next week, because next week we have Darksiders 2 and Sleeping Dogs that I have to get through in 1 week. So I really feel that, like, I just have to put it on hold for now, and maybe after, you know, those games that week where there's only Transformers, maybe I could do more of it then. Then again, I still got the Dawnguard DLC that I never got to for Skyrim. Now, see, now here's the problem, and this is where it really pisses me off, okay? The month of July, fucking nothing. No releases whatsoever. Nothing. So, in July, I had to find ways to fill the holes and the gaps in content. All of a sudden, August comes around, and you got, oh, well, now the Dawnguard DLC gets released, even though it was never announced, gets released. Persona 4 Arena, next week 2 new retail games. So now I've got 4 games to fucking play at once, and it's frustrating the hell out of me when I want to give you guys the content, but I don't have enough time in the day. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto 6 to 8 hours a day, and it's a grind, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get through it. It's like a real job. I'm sitting here just playing it and getting through it as much as I can. But, you know, it is what it is. I only have a certain amount of time during the day that I can record, and I'm using that right now. So, that being said, well, I think what you're going to see is tomorrow is the exception, because tomorrow John Rambo comes over for Smart Guys, and we're probably going to do Resident Evil The Dark Side Chronicles co-op, okay? But more than likely what's going to end up happening is Sunday all day is going to be San Andreas, and Monday all day is going to be San Andreas, and I'm going to try to get as far as I can. Now, if I do beat it, fine, that's great news. You know, it's over, it's no cliffhanger. If I don't beat San Andreas by the time that Tuesday comes around, it's going on hold, and I'm going to play Darksiders 2, and I'm going to be playing Sleeping Dogs, okay? A lot of people have asked me, what am I playing first? I haven't decided yet, so. But those are starting on Tuesday. It is my full intention that that entire week is going to be taken up with me playing those 2 games all the way to the following Tuesday. If I somehow beat them both before then, great, then I'll go and I'll go back to San Andreas. But I get the feeling I'm not going to, okay? Then, once I beat those games, that next Tuesday is Transformers Fall of Cybertron. So I'll be playing that as well, and that's going to take me into that weekend when I'm going on vacation. Is Fall of Cybertron going to take that long? I could probably beat the campaign in 1 to 2 days. I could probably play the online play, so within probably 2 days I could probably be done with Fall of Cybertron, at least for the purposes of the initial playthrough. Maybe then I can go back to San Andreas, you know what I'm saying? So that's a tentative schedule right now. If I don't beat San Andreas by Tuesday, it's going to go on hold for a little bit for the new retail releases, but then I'm going to come back to it first thing as soon as I'm done with the new retail releases and I have some free time. So I really feel that if I had 3 more days, I could probably 100% tell you, yeah, I'm going to beat it, but I only have 2. That's life. That being said, like I said, I am enjoying the game. I am having fun with it. I'm enjoying the feedback that I'm getting on my forums and also in comments, helping me out. People have purposely told me like stuff to skip. Like they said, these 0 missions, just skip them. They're horrible. They're not fun. They're extremely difficult, and they really don't add anything to the game. And they're completely skippable. You don't need them to progress the game at all. It's just really to make money, I guess, and respect. So thank you for the good advice. I'm using it, you know, to try to make the playthrough better. I apologize. I do know that people are saying that I'm complaining and I'm blaming the game. Well, first of all, yeah, I will blame the game because even though it's a great game, it still has flaws. The fact that you have to drive across the map 7,000 times, which artificially basically extends the length of the game, is annoying. It is. It's cool the first 10 times you do it, but when you're on time number 72, you start to get a little frustrated. That is an innate flaw of the Grand Theft Auto games, and I do think that it does require some criticism. I mean, in Grand Theft Auto 4, they made it so you could take a cab to your destination just for the reason that you don't have to keep driving back and forth across the map. Just saying. They already, you know, they purposely advanced the game past that point in Grand Theft Auto 4 because they knew that it was a flaw, okay? But that being said, I'm having a lot of fun, so please stay tuned. I'm going to play as much as I can and try to get it done for Tuesday, okay? Really quick, I just want to let everyone know, this past week, you know, Panda Lee's been doing her very first playthrough. She has a new YouTube channel, Panda Lee Games. She's been doing LA Noire. She actually just completed her LA Noire playthrough, okay? And she already has plans for the next game. Actually, I think the next couple games, she's starting to get an idea in her head of what she wants to do. And I have been putting up some updates regarding her stuff on my Twitter and Facebook this week, and some people were getting annoyed. Now, there's a difference between getting annoyed and saying something intelligently and getting annoyed and being a fucking asshole about it. And a lot of people were being assholes about it. I don't want to fucking hear about your girlfriend. You know, and then sexist shit. She sucks, she's ripping you off. What the fuck? She played games just like me on Twitch TV years ago. She was doing live streaming with commentary of games. She's been a lifetime gamer. No, she's not ripping me off, you fucking idiots. But anyway, you know, she has this YouTube channel, and I was helping to promote it this week because it was the first week, and I wanted people to go over there and check it out. So, what I wanted to let you know is because there was some negative feedback there, I talked to her about it, and she's created her own Twitter account, which is @PandaLeeGames. So now, if you want updates on her stuff, you can either go to her YouTube channel, or you can follow her @PandaLeeGames, and you can get the updates that way. That being said, now I don't feel the need that I have to, like, tell you everything about what she's doing. So maybe if she starts a new game, you'll hear, okay, just so you know, Panda Lee is starting Heavy Rain today, because by the way, that is going to be her next game. But I'm not going to necessarily be doing anything more than that, okay? It's going to be, my Twitter will be about my stuff, with maybe every once in a while giving a shout out to her stuff, because I do it for everyone. I've done it for John Rambo with Schnauzman and a whole bunch in the show. I've done it for Howard and Respect the Pack when they do their live streams. I give shout outs to my people who I support. There's nothing wrong with it. It's my Twitter and my Facebook. I could do that. I have the right to do that. So, however, I did, like I said, I did get the feedback, so follow her on Twitter if you want to have updates on the stuff she'll be doing on her channel, okay? Now let's talk about the major thing. The thing that's pissing me off this week. If you do follow me on Twitter, you definitely would have been informed about it. Because here's the thing. Increasingly, over the past 2 months, ever since there was that fiasco where, remember there was the day when everyone on YouTube, their subs dropped dramatically. Everyone was like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden it kept happening. YouTube had claimed that they were doing an account cleanup at the time, and that for a day or two you would see accounts that were being, you know, losing subs because they were deleting old inactive accounts, okay? But then they made a public statement because people were saying, well, wait a minute, no, that's not true, because I signed on to YouTube today and my subs are unsubbed too. Like, I lost the people I'm subscribed to. And I'm not an inactive account. I use the account every day, so what are you talking about? And a lot of people came forward saying this, making videos about it. I was one of them. And YouTube made a public statement, you're wrong, that's not happening, when we had definitive proof that it was happening, okay? And that was 2 months ago. Well, over the past, you know, couple weeks, it seems to be like it's still happening, to the point where it's getting ridiculous. Some people are subbing and being unsubbed repeatedly. Not, I'm just saying just me, to a lot of different people, okay? People are complaining about this. It's a huge mess. And YouTube is completely ignoring the issue. Now, the crap kind of hit the fan this week because so many people were messaging me about it. I started retweeting their tweets about it to the point where people were like, oh shit, I just looked and I'm unsubbed too. So now I'm getting, like, literally I'm getting hundreds of messages a day saying that people are getting unsubbed from my YouTube channels, which is absolutely ridiculous. It's against their will, and they don't know. Like one guy said, I've been following your San Andreas playthrough. I waited half of today looking, where's the San Andreas videos? I went to your channel and they were there. Then I realized they fucking unsubbed me from you. So it's some kind of a YouTube bug that they refuse to acknowledge. They blatantly, basically called us all liars and said that we're stupid and we don't know how to use YouTube, which is insulting to the customer. It's absolutely ridiculous. But the crap hit the fan today when, of all people to get unsubbed from me, my friend Koru Chado. Now, you know this guy. He's done co-op commentary and gameplay with me in games such as Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, Call of Duty Black Ops. Like, he's done it in multiple games. He's been there doing co-op gameplay with me. And he's been subbed to my stuff for years. He's someone who I know in real life. He's not actually like someone I met through the internet or the YouTube. I've known him for quite a long time. We both used to be, you know, professional Street Fighter players. And he got unsubbed from me. He's like, I couldn't believe it. He said, I thought that maybe some people were exaggerating or maybe some people were just mistaken. And I never really believed what people were saying about this unsub thing. But then today when I saw I was unsubbed from you, Phil, now I know it's true. So it's 100% true. People are getting unsubbed from things that they're subbed to on YouTube against their will. They're not noticing and they're missing out on content. What I would strongly advise you is this, and I've said this to everyone, and I understand that not everyone, you know, a lot of people don't just go to YouTube to watch my stuff. They watch a whole bunch of stuff, which is perfectly fine, you know. But what I would say is if you're interested in my content, just check my channel page once a day. You'll see if there's an update or not. You know what I mean? Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, because those aren't going to unsub. You know what I mean? So you'll get daily updates on the content I'm putting out. It just makes sense, because right now there are people who are getting unsubbed daily. It's crazy. If you look at Social Blade, I urge everyone to look at Social Blade, okay? Just look at my channel and what happens at certain times of the day. All of a sudden, when it reaches around almost like midnight, a giant lump of people always get unsubbed from me. Now you're telling me that at midnight every night, a huge group of people watch my videos, get pissed off because they don't like me, and unsub all at the same time? No, that's not fucking happening. It's YouTube fucking up and unsubbing people. So, please, check it out. Make sure that you're still subbed. If you're not, obviously, you know, I wish there were a way I could tell you to fix the problem. There is none. YouTube won't even acknowledge that the problem exists, even though it's now been going on for over 2 months. More than likely what it is, and I'll be honest, because I said this 2 months ago, they probably created an algorithm for a code that was going to clean up the inactive accounts on YouTube. The algorithm was flawed, okay? And what ended up happening, yeah, it cleaned up a whole bunch of inactive and bad accounts, but it also is still running, and it's going and unsubbing legit people too, because their algorithm is looking for incorrect things. So, it's funny because I can tell you right now, there's some VP in a room and he says, we have too many accounts that are inactive. We need an initiative right now. IT team, I want you to do it in a week. And the IT team probably said, what? We can't do that in a week. It needed a complex algorithm that would, and he probably stood up and stomped his feet and slammed his fist because he's a VP and he said, I fucking want this done now, blah, 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 blah. So they had to go and half-ass it, because this same kind of shit used to happen at the company that I used to work for. You'd have VPs who think that they have to have something done because they have to have their way, or else the whole company's going to go out of business, which, by the way, no, it didn't. But they're so greedy, oh, my way or the highway, so they say, fine, you want us to do it by next week, we'll do it. It'll be completely half-assed, and that's what you asked for, because we gave you a reasonable time period of how long it would take to fix it. You don't listen. So, I guarantee you that's what happened. There's an algorithm going around that's unsubbing people against their will. So just to be aware, if I keep seeing it, I'll keep retweeting it. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. There's nothing I can do, unfortunately. There's no fix. And YouTube is too immature to even admit that there's a problem. Instead, they insult the users and say that we don't know what we're doing. Good, looks good on you, Google. Looks good on you. So anyway, that's it. That's the channel update. A lot of info I know was covered. Please stay tuned for more San Andreas coming up, and also for the co-op gameplay with John Rambo tomorrow. I will see you guys for more gameplay soon. Thanks a lot. Peace out.